Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Heat Press Nation Live. My name is Jared here with Heat Press Nation, and man, I'm really excited to be here today. Oh, whoops. There we go. Do me a favor, let me know where you're tuning in from, and give me just 1 second. If you see me like turning off my mic and doing one of these, I got a little sore throat going on. And you know what's funny is I feel like everybody has a sore throat right now. So yeah, you know what? If you're out there with a sore throat, I'm sending you guys my best wishes. So yeah, so anyways, so today's episode, really exciting. There's actually a lot of exciting things going on today. First of all, our Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale has been extended. Yes, so it was supposed to end on Monday, but we actually extended it for a full Cyber Week sale. So now I gotta tell you, just because this sale has been extended to Friday does not mean the inventory has. In fact, we've had a few more of our popular items get pulled from the sale. So the way our discounts work is that the discounts are while supplies last. We have a set amount of inventory dedicated to this sale. Once we sell through that, or once an item sells out completely, when it gets restocked, it is going back to full price. So yeah, just want to give you guys a heads up. We've seen some really cool deals already go off the sale. They're back to full price. And if you missed out, I'm so sorry you missed out. But don't worry, we still have tons and tons of really great deals. Sawgrass is still on sale. We still have a bunch of heat presses, a bunch of vinyl cutters are still on sale. So we're really excited about that. Checking in on comments here, Sonia's tuning in from Chicago. What's up? Casey, this and that, tuning in from Kansas City. Oh, very cool. T-Town says Toledo, Ohio at a very cold 38 degrees. Oh man, you guys are almost in that snow weather. I love it. Ramon the Cholo, hey, what's up, dude? Says he's tuning in from the Raider Nation. What's up, man? Evelyn says order's gonna be arriving Friday. Yes, yes, yes. I love to hear it. Yeah, do me a favor. Rye Beat says, what up? What's up to you, good sir? Good to see everybody here today. So check it out. So today's episode is dedicated just to our supply items. I do got some demos coming for you today. And Alex, are we giving something away today? Yeah, right? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we feel like it. Do we feel like it, Alex? I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, we're going to have a good time today. I did want to talk about our supply items. So as you see right here, I got these two, there were three technically. I got these funky things here. What in the world is this? Let me start off with this. This is the Logo Gridded. This is a super cool tool. And these actually come bundled together, by the way. When you buy these, you could purchase them together. This is the Logo Gridded. So you see the chest pocket logo placement on my t-shirt today. Now, when you're doing a bazillion, excuse me, tried to reach the mute button in time, doggone. So when you see, when you're making a bunch of these shirts where you have that pocket logo placement, you're gonna want them all in uniform positioning. There's nothing worse than people taking a company photo, everybody has their company shirt on, and this logo right here, it's up here, it's up here, it's up here, it's up here. It's on the wrong side, you know, so it goes all, the placement goes crazy. So the way this works, and I'm gonna show you in a little bit on our t-shirt demo, But the way this works is that you place this right centered with your label. And what I like to do is I'll actually have somebody put on a shirt. Well, not anymore. When I was first learning, I would have somebody put on a shirt. I would put the logo right where I wanted it, and I would tape it in place, have them take off the shirt, and then I'd measure it. So there's a grid right here. So if I measured it and it was 5 over and 5 down, well then on my next t-shirt, every other shirt, I'd put this down and I'd make sure my logo was 5 over and 5 down. It's that simple, excuse me. 5 over and 5 down. It's that simple. Now, you may find that you want it a little bit different. Your shirts might have a wider neck, might be set up different, so you're gonna have different coordinates. Also, one thing that I did notice is that usually for my XX and up shirts, I'll move it over like an inch over and an inch further down, just for the big shirts. But yeah, so using a logo grid is just so easy to do the pocket placements, the pocket logos on there. So you definitely want one of these. It comes paired with the T square, and you guys are seeing those on your screen right now. Now the T square works a little bit different, and this one you're definitely gonna wanna wait for my live demo, but you're gonna use the T square to make sure that your transfers are centered and straight on your t-shirt. Now, we made a reel the other day. Nothing screams amateur hour more than crooked placement on your graphics, so you don't want that. And so then here on stage, I actually got a bunch of stuff here. These next things right here, these bottles, these are from a company called Albacam. And while they look the same, they are different. VLR, if you guys are using vinyl, if you're making vinyl t-shirts, if you're putting vinyl names and numbers on jerseys, don't wait until you need it. Get some VLR. VLR stands for Vinyl Letter Remover. So it happens to the best of us. You're doing a bunch of jerseys for your local, Pee Wee team. You put the wrong number on a certain jersey and you don't have any spares. You don't want to buy another jersey because they're like 28 bucks just for the blank. And so what do? You just have a bottle of this, squirt this on. We have videos that show you specifically how to do it, but you can remove the vinyl letters after they've already been heat pressed. This is a game changer. I absolutely love it. Really quick here, checking out the comments. Rybeat says, I love the Home Shopping Network graphic. Yeah, me too. We kind of fashioned it after that. Carol says, happy holidays, everybody. Well, happy holidays to you too, Carol. Ramon says, getting called to the back. Have a good day, everybody. Hey, you have a good one too, my friend. Creative Expressions and Gifts says, I need one of those. I normally use a ruler and place it in the same spot, but that logo grid you have looks much easier. Yeah, for sure. Especially, again, for the chest logos, super easy. T-Town says, all these supplies, I actually have one right here from Heat Press Nation a while ago. Great stuff. Oh, heck yeah, you're one of our previous winners. I love to hear it. CEG, Creative Expressions and Gifts says, I love the VLR. Have a few cans just in case. It removes vinyl just like butter. Carol Wood says, I love VLR. Saved me a few times. Yes, yes, indeed. And I think more than just saving you like the value, especially of a jersey, like I said, some of these jerseys, $14, $18, $28. Some of them are real expensive just for the blank jersey. So more than just saving you the dollar amount of a piece of clothing, it's saving you time. And it's saving you, especially if you order these, if you mess up on a jersey, you have to order a new one, you have to pay for that, you have to pay shipping on your new order, you have to wait for it to get to you. So more than just time, this thing is saving you money. Sorry, more than money, it's saving you time. Oh, both, saves you time and money. So it's really cool. This right here, Eco Mist adhesive. I've seen a lot of people use an adhesive spray for their transfers, and they're not using the right one. So you can go to Office, no, not Office Depot, what am I saying? You can go to Home Depot, wrong Depot. You can go to Home Depot and pick up just like a generic adhesive spray. That's what I use to do like in my home studio. I put foam panels on the wall for sound dampening. You could use it for that, yeah. But that adhesive spray is designed to be more permanent. You don't want permanent adhesive on your t-shirt. So that's why you want to use something specific for the process. This is Albacam Eco Mist adhesive. This adhesive is designed to not leave a residue after it's been heat pressed. I can't I can't explain how important that is. Well, maybe I can actually. Once you turn in your shirt to your customer, if they touch, they're gonna want to touch the graphic, especially if it's sublimation. They're gonna want to feel how soft it is. You don't want them touching adhesive. You don't want their hand to stick to the t-shirt, and that's what happens when you use spray adhesive that's not designed for the process. I am gonna be demoing. I'm gonna set this to the side. I'm gonna be demoing the spray adhesive. I am gonna be demoing our alignment tools in just a moment. Got a few more things I want to show you guys. We have these heat gloves. And while I'm at it, while you see it on screen here, you just saw the heat tape. Heat tape, we also use it for hard surfaces, but I know you guys have seen me use that a bunch, so I'm not really gonna talk about that today. These gloves that we saw at Heat Press Nation, these are heat resistant gloves, or heat protective gloves, I should say. Now, they are not heat proof. So if you put your hand in the heat press and smash it, it'll save you for a few seconds, but eventually, the heat will go through it and you'll burn your hand after a while. But why is that important? Because sometimes you just need to pull something out of the heat press, move it, maybe you just need to peel something, you need to set it down, and you need to actually touch it. I've seen people use tongs, which I think is really funny, but tongs can be kind of clumsy. So yeah, with tongs, you're not gonna burn yourself, but you're also gonna be dropping stuff everywhere. So I recommend getting some good protective gloves. These are kind of like barbecue gloves, but they're great for moving things from one place to another. Not for prolonged heat exposure, but for a quick touch, yeah, for sure. You definitely want to get some of these awesome Signature Pro gloves. And me and Alex were joking around, or Alex, by the way, is our director. You don't see him, he's behind the camera. We're joking around about, oh, maybe we'll give something away, but yeah, no. So every day last week and every day this week, we've been giving away a $50 HPN gift card. Now, if you want an opportunity to give away an HPN, no, I'm giving it away. If you want an opportunity to win a $50 HPN gift card, just stick around after our demonstration. I'm gonna go ahead and give something away because we're having a good time. It's Cyber Week. We still have a lot of the best deals of the year. Some people wait around all year long to repurchase or upgrade or whatever to their equipment for their shop. Now is the best time. Well, Monday was the best time. Now is the very close second best time to buy some gear. I only say Monday because we had everything in stock on Monday, but as of right now, a few items have sold through. And I guess that gives me a good opportunity to tell you guys, if you see something that you like, just get it, because while our sale has been extended, our inventory is not extended. What we have available, once it sells out, it gets restocked at full price. So you definitely want to check that out. I'm going to pause here, check in on some comments. Samantha says, it's amazing. Glad I discovered it. Yeah. Rybeat says, VLR, lifesaver. Yep. Evelyn has the adhesive spray. She says she loves it. Awesome. Let's see here. Excuse me. Yeah, CEG says, I feel so equipped having some of those supplies you're mentioning. I love your heat tape. Yes. Heat tape. I don't sublimate a hard surface product without my heat tape. Also says $50 gift card goes a long way at HPN. That's true, especially because at Heat Press Nation, we ship for free to the lower 48 states, ground. So if it can go ground, we'll ship it free, no minimums. You could order a sheet of vinyl, one sheet of vinyl for like $375. We'll ship it for free. That's unlike anybody else. Amazon doesn't even do that because you have to pay like $100 and something bucks a year for Prime service. Here at Heat Press Nation, we get you that free shipping on ground orders to the lower 48 states, no matter what, no minimums all year long. Sonia, thank you so much. She says she loves our informational videos. They've been very useful. Thank you. CEG can't wait to get the new vinyl cutter and puff vinyl. Awesome, awesome. Oh, this is interesting. T-Town says VLR can go bad, just an FYI. Well, I will have to look into that and see about any expiration date or anything like that. Oh no, this is EcoMist. I will have to look into that. Definitely. Good heads up though. All right, so we talked about this. Oh, really quick, two more things I want to show you before we move on. And that's gonna be our pressing pillows and our pressing pads. Now, I get a lot of questions like, what's the difference? Do I need both? Can I use one or the other? The answer is you may or may not need both. They both serve a very similar purpose. but I'll explain to you the difference to help you determine which one you're gonna need for your business. So sometimes when we're pressing things like polo shirts, I don't have one on me, or zip hoodies, right? Hoodies in general. What you don't want to do when you're pressing those things is you don't want to press buttons and zippers, and you don't want to press really thick seams. Like on a hoodie, you don't want to press like the kangaroo pocket. You don't want to press the hood maybe, or seams like collars, shoulder seams. You don't want to press those. You just want to press the nice, smooth, flat surface of your t-shirt, sweater, etc. So now sometimes when you're pressing, like let's say I was wearing a polo shirt, right? And I just want to press this. On a polo shirt, the buttons come down to about right here, and then you have a collar. If you don't want to press the collar, you don't want to press the buttons, what you would do is you would insert this one. Oh, this one fits just right. So these are pressing pads. They're kind of like mouse pads. They're about 1/4 of an inch thick. And what you do is you insert the pad, or you place it on the bottom plate of your heat press, and then you position your garment over it so only this area gets pressed. I don't think this one's big enough. I'll probably use this next size up. But only this pad area is gonna get pressed on my shirt. That means that I don't have to worry about pressing the buttons, seams, zipper, etc. If I was doing a zip hoodie, I would place this under 1/2 of the hoodie, make sure that I don't press my zippers. All the zippers and seams should be hanging off the edge. This area, only the flat part of the garment is gonna get pressed when you use a pressing pad. Here's when I don't use a pressing pad. Sometimes with the pressing pad, if you're using a synthetic garment that's prone to scorching, you will get a permanent imprint of this pad. You'll get a press mark in the shape of the pad on the garment. When I'm dealing with more heat-sensitive products, that's when I switch over to my pressing pillows. Now you see pillows, they're soft, they're squishy, they're heat-resistant, but pillows have a rounded, soft edge. So even your garment is still gonna scorch. I would recommend just getting a better garment, but sometimes you gotta work with what you have. So if the garment's gonna scorch, at least you won't have a hard line, a hard outline. Using a pressing pillow is gonna kind of soften up the border. Now, when it comes to pressing near collars, seams, zippers, a cool thing about the pressing pillows is that those zippers actually sink into the surface of the pillow, and the rest, the area all around it, you still get nice contact with your heating element. So let's say this was my zipper. The zipper kind of sinks in, and the area next to it can still get proper contact with the heating element. That's the other benefit. So if you want to press the full chest of a zip hoodie at once, instead of pressing one side of the chest at a time with your pressing pads, you would just put the whole pillow either inside or beneath the zip hoodie. The zipper is gonna sink into the middle, and both sides of the zip hoodie could get pressed. So that's one of the benefits of having pressing pillows. So if you have pressing pillows, do you need pressing pads? Maybe not, probably not. If you have pressing pads, do you need pressing pillows? Maybe. It depends on what kind of materials you're working with. Should you have both? Why not? I would say if you're doing like 100% cotton t-shirts, you're most likely gonna be fine with just the T-pads. Once you start expanding your offerings and doing different things, sure, get a pack of the pillows. Going back into the questions here, HPN has made so many amazing improvements. I paid $1.99 in shipping for my first order years ago. Now I can order free with free shipping. Game changer. Yeah, so back in the day, yeah, we did have to charge shipping, and now we've worked it out. We're a bigger company, so we get better discounts with the shipping companies. We get to pass those savings on to our customers. Yeah, when Creative Expressions and Gifts first became a customer, that was before I even started here. So yeah, we were a small company back then. Carol says I use them both all the time. Jerome says, do the gloves come in 2X? No, they don't. These are a one size fits most. I would say get some barbecue gloves. If you got some bigger hands, some barbecue gloves. Do the same. Really what you want to do is you just want to protect your mittens as you're grabbing hot things and moving them from one place to another, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. We got a demo. We actually have 2 demonstrations coming up, and then I'm going to be giving away a $50 gift card. Excuse me. Wendy says, would pressing pillows or pressing pads help with hot fix rhinestones? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't pressed rhinestones in years. I couldn't give you an answer on that. I'm so sorry, only because I'm not sure. Jennifer says, hello on YouTube as well. Yes, yep, hello, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. T-Town shirt says, if the button doesn't melt. That's true, yeah, so great point. If you have a plastic zipper, don't press with the zipper on the pad. Even though it's gonna sink in and not get that full pressure, it's still gonna make contact with the heat press. So yeah, if you have plastic buttons and zippers, yeah, you'll wanna just let those hang off the side, like maybe with a pressing pad, let those not have any contact at all with your heat press. That's a very good point, T-Town, thank you. Jerome says, I purchased the pillows already. Nice, I think you're gonna love them. I love having pillows. Because I work here, I've been here so long, yeah, I've collected a lot of equipment, so I think I have one of everything on this table right now. So yeah, that's just, and you know what? If you're a pro shop, if you're doing lots of shirts, you probably should do the same. It's worth it, trust me. Jennifer says, can't wait for the demos today. Okay, I'm gonna get right to it right now. Great point from Casey, this and that. Says, we started off with the T-pads, but mainly use the pillows now because of the rounded edges. Definitely need to add some heat gloves to my cart. Nice, yeah, that's such a great point for when you would choose one or the other. Lizzie C says, hi guys. Well, hi back to you, good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and get into our demo. Now I have one more project that I didn't show you, it's because it's already on my heat press, and that's gonna be the Nomex heat felt. So for this first demo, what I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna be pressing some of these really cool marble-ish coasters. I don't think they're like solid, like marble, but they're like marble. They have like a marble finish. These are really, really cool. These are available from Sublicraft. You could sublimate either side, but the other side, you're gonna wanna put the cork. So pick whatever side you want. Let me show you how easy it is. And this is also a situation where we use the heat tape. So I'm gonna go ahead and position my transfer right here. And actually I have another one. They each come in these individual boxes. So you can, what I would do is I would order stickers for your company and put your company sticker right here on the front. Rebrand this box when you deliver these to your customers. It's really awesome. All right, and you don't wanna press it with the adhesive, with the cork. It's an adhesive back piece of cork you're gonna use later. I have a really cool galaxy print on here, so I'm just gonna place this face down. And in case you've never used heat tape before, heat tape is a special heat resistant tape. So this makes sure, the heat tape makes sure that my product doesn't slip. And this is different from regular like Scotch tape because this is not gonna melt in the heat press. Of course, I have another one right here. I'm gonna pull off 2 strips of heat tape really quick here. And I am just gonna tape this in place here. It's gonna make sure when I pick it up and move it around, it's gonna make sure that everything just stays in position. I'm not gonna use the Albachem. And heads up, I don't have any vinyl, so I'm not gonna be using the VLR today. I am gonna show you how to use the EcoMist alignment tools and pressing pillows in just a minute. But first, let's head on over to the heat press. We're gonna press these coasters. And this is gonna give me a great opportunity to show you why we have the Nomex heat felt. Now, these flat items, these are, I'm not 100% sure, they have like a marble style finish, but they're not fragile, but you know, if you have too much pressure on it from your heat press, you will crack them. Especially if you're pressing it straight up against the silicone pad. Now the silicone pad is not like super firm, but it's, you know, it's firmish. I'll say that. It's firm-ish. And so what we've noticed is when there's too much pressure, a lot of people accidentally crack these. Not only these, if you're doing the ceramic ornaments, like the 3-inch ceramic ornaments, yeah, it's very easy to accidentally crack those. So to kind of help that out, one thing that we've done is we have this Nomex heat felt. This is a heat-resistant felt piece, and Nomex is actually what the firefighters have in some of their equipment that they wear to just help insulate them from the heat. So yeah, this is definitely heat resistant. And so what, oh, actually, you know what? I forgot one thing. Let me grab my parchment paper. Give me a second. You always want to lay down your parchment paper. So the Nomex is a great cushion, and it's not foolproof, like in the sense that it's still possible if you have too much pressure on your heat press, it's still possible to crack them, but this definitely helps cushion it. There's also a few products that we carry, and I showed this off, I think last week when I was making those ceramic ornaments, is that some products, we actually press them face down. And so the Nomex heat felt, what that does is, because it's kind of squishy, it kind of wraps around the edge, giving us what we call a radius wrap on things with rounded edges, like the 3-inch ceramic ornaments. Again, I showed that off a few weeks ago, or I want to say last week probably. Anyways, I have 365 degrees on my press. I have 125 seconds. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna give it just a hair more pressure. Back it off just a bit. There we go. Let me reset my timer. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right, I got 2 minutes on the clock. So yeah, that's what the Nomex heat felt is for. Of course, you're seeing our parchment paper. We sell fat rolls of it on our site if you want to just get it when you buy everything else. Let me check in on the comments. So let's see here. Invisible Steve says, I'm all for demos and good info. Huh? Yeah, oh good. I mean, hopefully you've come to the right place. Here we go. Excuse me. Creative expressions and gifts. Oh, see, here's why I love our community. Really great info regarding that rhinestone question that came through a little earlier. CEG says you can use the pillows if you are trying to raise an area and are using rhinestones. Just realize that the rhinestones may leave an imprint on the pads, but it won't harm them. That's a really great point. One more thing to note about the pads is you don't need to use heavy pressure at all. I like to say compress your pad to about 50–60% of the thickness. That's about how much pressure you should have. Because the pads are a little squishy, they actually kind of push back up to make sure that your stuff gets nice pressure. But yeah, if you overpress your pads, it is possible to permanently damage them. So you don't want to squish your pillows. I said pads, pillows. You don't want to squish your pressing. You don't want to squish your pressing pillows too hard. There we go. I knew I could talk today. There we go. All right. CEG is asking, are those glossy? Yes, they are. So they look, yes, they do look like the sandstone coasters, but they have more of a smooth, marbly type finish. They're not marble, but they like look like it. They have that kind of quality to it. Very, very cool. If you're curious about them, I'd say order a sample. Really neat. Excuse me. All right. Lizzie says, good tips. Jennifer Lute says, what about if you're doing both sides? You technically could do both sides, but because this is a coaster, well, I guess it'd just be reversible. I don't know. They come with the cork backing. So, I mean, both sides are able to be imprinted, but because they're designed to just be one side, I haven't tested it with both sides yet. Oh, so now is a good time for me to grab my gloves. And you guys wonder why I burned myself so much. I was legit about to just reach out and grab it barehanded. All right, so let me put on these gloves. Now again, these gloves are not like 100% heat proof. They are heat protective, meaning that I can go ahead and just kind of grab this here, peel it and hold it with, I must have moved it, my bad. So now after holding it for a few seconds, I could feel this already getting hot. If I were to keep gripping it for a while, I would probably burn my hands, but this is more than enough time to get it, move it, peel it, take it where it needs to go. And I can of course get my other one. What? Hold on a second. I probably lightened up my pressure a little too much. What's going on here? Well, that's interesting. I kind of want to do this twice now. It looks like this one didn't get pressure. You see me feeling the pad here? Looks like this one was closer to the, I guess we were kind of close to the edge over here. So when you're doing multiple, and this is a really great point here to make, when you're pressing multiples of anything, or I should say this, when you're pressing anything, period, you want to keep it as centered as possible on the bottom plate. This pad, it sticks out past either side. So I kind of lost track of where the center was. And because this was not centered, this one got all the pressure. And because like the platen was not totally centered, this one did not get enough pressure at all. That's very interesting. I didn't mean to prove that point today, but here we are, right? All right, now, this one, because this one did come out great, I'll show it to the camera. So here we go. I'm gonna try getting focused. There we go. So it has kind of a glossy finish. As you can see, the other side is still undone. Can't really see any like features because it's a little bright in here. But yeah, this coaster came out great. This is an example of, yeah, you know, just be careful when you're pressing. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. Just take it over here. And now it's time to show off how we use all that other stuff. Okay, really quick here. CG says, yes, waste your product so we don't have to. Hey, you know what? I'm happy to serve. Yeah, LOL, beautiful. Awesome. Jennifer says, always great to show mistakes too, so we learn. Yeah, seriously, I used to be real self-conscious, like, oh no, I messed up live. And the truth is, like, I've talked to enough pros to realize that everybody makes mistakes. Your favorite makers on YouTube, I promise you, they have a pile of trash products in the corner that they might not be showing you. But yeah, everybody makes mistakes, which kind of eases the pressure a little bit too, right? All right, so to show you this next bit, what I am gonna do is I'm going to place some parchment paper. Oops, thought that was gonna work better. I'm gonna completely cover my bottom platen. There we go. I'm gonna completely cover it because when you're using the Eco Mist, that stuff gets everywhere, man. Not just everywhere, it's sticky. You don't really wanna deal with it. So first things first, I'm gonna show you the Eco Mist. I'm gonna show you how we prepare a transfer. And yeah, so the reason why I put this parchment paper down is because just in case any of the spray gets anywhere else, I don't really want it to mess anything up. So give it a little shake. Actually, you know, Alex, if you could zoom out just a hair. So this stuff, you're supposed to use it. You're supposed to pull out a little bit. Let me take my gloves off. Or maybe just show on camera one. I'm gonna be right about here. Yeah, so you're supposed to spray it from about 10, 12 inches away, and you don't need to use a lot. Now, here's why I'm using the Eco Mist spray. Sometimes, usually my I guess, workflow is I'll center my shirt to the plate, and then I'll center my graphic to the shirt. That it works for me. Some people, what they'll do is they'll do all the shirt prep on one table, and then they have one person dedicated on the heat press. So you just load the press, person presses, boom, take it off. So it's faster. It's a lot faster. Eco Mist, should we wear a mask? You can if you want to. I mean, you're not supposed to like really like breathe it in, but I mean, I'm using so little of it that I'm okay personally. You're welcome to wear a mask. Oh, but anyways, so if in your workflow if you want your transfers, especially your sublimation transfers, to stay in place as you're moving them from one place to another, you definitely want to hit them with a little adhesive. I don't like using heat tape because sometimes heat tape will leave a mark on the garment. Eco Mist, once it's done, it's done. So yeah, so here, anyways, so I'm just gonna give it a little quick blast. I missed at first. So anyways, did I get any over here? No. Perfect. So now I got a little bit of adhesive here, and to show you what I mean is, there we go. So it's not super duper tacky. Also, there's like some static buildup, but like, see, like, so it's a little sticky, right? So now we're gonna go back over to my table and let's show you how everything else works. All right, I'm gonna scoot that over here. Have my t-shirt right here. I'm gonna lay my shirt out like this. When you're first using no, it's good. No, it's good. Sorry, a little conversation here. So one thing I'll do is before I flip it over and stick it down, I'll kind of like position it where I think I'm gonna want it to go. And then, and this is, by the way, this is gonna take me a few extra moments because I'm kind of explaining my process. Once you get into your workflow, Yeah, you'll be much faster than what I'm about to show you. Great point from CEG. Says, tip, spray that adhesive away from your equipment and over a trash can or an empty box. You don't want that residue building up on your equipment. Yes, I blasted on the press today just to kind of show you. Obviously, go with what they're saying. Yes. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I like to have this line. I'll scoot it down just a little bit. And there's a note here written on the thing. It says, align seam of apparel with arrows. So I actually like to have the collar right here in between these two arrows. And then what I'll do is I'll just make sure it's centered. So I have the edge of my collar over here, edge of my collar over here. The edge is coming up right at the 3 over here, but over here it's at like 3.5. So I'm gonna move it over until the edge of my collar is just right at the 3 on either side. That's how I know I'm centered. Another thing you could do is this crossbar comes with it. Scoot this over. Another way you could measure if you're perfectly centered or not. Why isn't this going in? Sorry, give me just a second here. I think this might be from our older one. We might be mixing 2 different T-squares here. Anyways, so it goes into this track right here. No worries, Alex, it's fine. Another thing you can do is measure the armpits. So the armpit is coming out to about 10 over here, just short of 10 over here. So that's when you might want to just shift it a little bit. Make sure you're straight all the way down. Okay. So now what you're gonna do, especially if you're doing multiples, you want them all to be uniform. There's 2 ways to do that. I like to drop it about 1 inch or a finger below where the color comes through, right? That's where I like my graphic to start. Or you can also use this as well. What you could do is now you're gonna get your graphic. Because it's a little sticky, you can make sure it's straight here. Tack one side down. Move this out of the way. And now it's ready. If you want to verify, and when you're first getting started, you will want to verify your placement. You could just go like this, you could drag it down. You'll see I'm just a little bit over 6 inches here, and a little bit, well, I gotta realign this. Anyways, you have to reset it up. But anyways, you could verify your alignment with the T-square. I'm confident in this placement. That's good. And so now, because it's sticky, I could move it. I can carry it over to my heat press. I don't have to do this right now. Also, if you want to just align all your shirts first, then press them all, that's totally up to you. You can definitely do that when you have the T-square or some sort of alignment tool. Oh, this is great. Casey this and that says, we created a wall of shame with the mistakes we made to remind us what not to do and to also see how far we've come since then. Dude, I love that. Danny, AKA Danny Crafts USA says, can you use the spray for pressing hard substrates like the coasters? Sure, I personally prefer heat tape for that, but yeah, you could use the spray for that as well. Jennifer says, I love watching your streams as much as I can. I always learn a new tip or trick from you or an audience member. Oh, that's so good to hear. Thank you so much. Sonia says, love that. I always have trouble with the center. Love it. We all make, Casey again says, we all make mistakes. I believe we learn from our mistakes, not our success. That's a really, really good point. Really quick, moving on. CG, I also fold the top of my design for my center mark. Oh, that's so good. I'll show you what she means right there. For my center mark, before I use my spray, it helps with centering. So let me show you. So one thing you could do is you fold, if you have a transfer, and this works with vinyl, pretty much any transfer you have. What I like, for sublimation, you might need to hold it up to the light so you can see through. But basically, you line it up and you just kind of pinch it at the top at center. And so I don't know if you guys could see that crease. Let me see if I can get it for you. So now I have a center mark. That's also a really great way. You don't want to fold a hard line through your whole transfer, but just pinch it at the top and or bottom, and that's a great way to know where the center is on your transfer. Of course, it's going to work best for symmetrical transfers like what I'm working with today. Desiree Nicole's asking, sublimation only works on poly shirts? Yes. So the way sublimation works is that the ink turns into a gas dye when it gets heated up, and it chemically bonds with the material. So it's a permanent transfer process. The problem, and the science is kind of beyond me on this one, but it just, that dye just does not bond with cotton. So you could use cotton poly blends if you want to. The more polyester, the better. The more cotton, the more it's gonna fade out after you wash it. Let's see. Malali Castro is saying shirt doesn't need to be pre-treated like you do on vinyl. That's a good point. Because polyester doesn't retain moisture like cotton does, and because it's really dry out here, I guess I'd be okay. But you're right, I probably should have preheated this shirt before pressing. In general, I think you're okay for polyester, just because it doesn't, it doesn't hold moisture like cotton. But if it's wrinkly, yeah, of course, pre-press it if it's wrinkly. Anyways, I've talked too much. Let's go ahead and grab my pressing pillow. Let's head on over to the heat press. And of course, this paper right here has all of that spray on it, so I'm gonna trash that. Oh, really quick, sorry. I'm doing too many things at one time. Make sure my pressing pillow is centered to the heat press. And I'm going to double check my pressure. And it's pretty light. So as you can see, I'm not over compressing my pillow. You only need to heat press, you only need to press it maybe like 60% of its thickness. And especially for sublimation, sublimation does not require a lot of pressure at all. Let me go ahead and grab my shirt. And what's cool about this shirt, I can just kind of grab it. I know my transfer is gonna stay where it's supposed to be. Gonna make sure that it is centered on my garment. Collar's hanging off. Everything is gonna be pressed. Oh, I need to scoot it up just a little bit. There we go. I have a big graphic here today and I wanna make sure that it's all pressed. Okay, I'm gonna get a fresh sheet of parchment paper to cover everything. Now, one thing I am intentionally not going to do right now, I am not going to put a piece of parchment paper inside my t-shirt. I should, but to show you why, I'm not going to. So let's go ahead. We got, I'm just gonna let me change my settings. Now for sublimation on shirts, you could be anywhere between 365 and 385, even 400. Because I forgot to change my temperature, I'm at 365. I'm gonna increase my time from 60 to 80 seconds. Usually I go 385, 60. Right now I'm doing 365, 80. Make sure everything is lined up. There we go. Okay, that's getting pressed. Let's see if we have any other comments here. Oh, see, I answered, I didn't even see that question yet, but creative expressions and gifts, do you use paper inside your shirt? For this shirt, I should be, but I'm not going to because I want to show you guys what the bleed looks like and show you why you need to be putting stuff inside your shirts. My hero, thank you. Brian Lofton, hashtag EcoMist, yep. Desiree Nicole says, every time I press white t-shirts, a burn square shows up around the design, pressing at 315 degrees. Okay, two things here. The first thing I would do is I would go get a decent infrared thermometer, one with an adjustable EMS setting. That's short for emissivity. You wanna make sure that your press is as hot as it says it is. If it's a Heat Press Nation press and your actual temperature is different than what's on screen, give us a call. Our tech support team can help you calibrate your press. Otherwise, reach out to your press manufacturer and ask for help to calibrate your heat press properly. If it's burning squares, the first thought that comes to my head is it's a lot hotter than 315 degrees. The second thing that comes to my mind is it's possible you might be using a cheaper or a lower quality garment that's burning at these lower temperatures. I would recommend using garments that are designed for customization. Don't buy your blank t-shirts from Walmart. Not saying you aren't, and I hope I'm not like, it doesn't sound like I'm accusing you or anything like that, but I'm just kind of off the top of my head, that's what comes to mind. It's either the press isn't as hot as, or I should say, your press is hotter than it says it is on screen, or you are using maybe like a lower quality garment that's just not meant for the process. And then third, double check your heat press. And I'm not accusing of anything, but you'd be surprised how many phone calls we get, people burning stuff because their press is set to Celsius and they think it's in Fahrenheit. 315 degrees Fahrenheit is something like 500 and something degrees Celsius. Very, very, oh no, backwards, sorry. 300 Celsius is like 500 Fahrenheit. So yeah, just make sure that you're on the right temperature scale. All right, so this is done. I'm gonna go ahead and peel it off. Those colors are just absolutely amazing. As you can see, the adhesive here, I could feel a little bit of residue on the paper, but that's okay. On the shirt feels beautiful. I do not feel any adhesive residue at all. So I can touch it, it's not sticky at all. This looks fantastic. We're gonna head back over to our table because I'm gonna show you why you should, on thinner shirts, especially polyester, you should be putting stuff inside. So check it out. So here's the back. Look at that. Dude, this looks beautiful. But look at the front. I don't know if you can see it on camera. You see that? And it's not just the light coming through. You may not be seeing it on camera because it's very faint, but I can clearly see here there was some bleed through into the front. If I turn it inside out, it might be a little bit more apparent. So when you're working with thinner polyester garments, let me see. Yeah. Well, right here for sure, we have some right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's where the more hard staining is. But yeah, when you're working with thinner polyester shirts, and again, I know it's not really coming through on camera because it's very light, but I could see it. So your customers are probably gonna see it. On thinner shirts, that's that sublimation dye could seep through to the front or to the other side of the garment. So you'll wanna put, if you're using a thinner shirt, this I wanna say is like a 4.5 ounce polyester shirt. 4.5 ounces is a good thickness for cotton. 4.5 is really thin for polyester. Also, it's see-through, so whoever's wearing this, if they have darker skin or even, you know, certain darker features on their body, you can see their chest hair and stuff through the thinner polyester shirt. So just be careful, test your products, wear them out in the sunlight, and just be careful. But of course, be careful with the bleed through from back to front and vice versa. This is a Sublimation t-shirt. T-Town is asking what brand this is. This is Sublimation. We buy these for testing because they're very affordable for sublimation shirts. For me, if I'm actually making something for my customers, I'm using Silky Socks exclusively. Donish, cut me a check, bro. No, I'm just messing. But yeah, he doesn't pay me to say that. I really love the product. So if you're looking for a shirt for testing, for practice, for economy, sure, Sublimation is great. I'm not opposed to it. But personally, I like the Silky Socks t-shirts because they're thicker. They feel closer to cotton and they just look better. They sub better. They're designed to take the heat, so you're not gonna get like crazy press marks and stuff. So yeah, so that's it. So today we actually got to demonstrate how to use our alignment tools. We got to demonstrate how to use some of our sprays, some of our pillows. What else did we use? We used the Nomex heat belt. Yeah, so really, really cool stuff. Excuse me. There we go, all better now. All right, so we've done our demos. I've shown you guys, we've talked about what's on sale. By the way, if you didn't know, our Cyber Monday sale has been extended to Cyber Week, ladies and gentlemen. So I believe it's to this Friday night or something like that. So you still have time. If you haven't gotten a chance to take advantage of these deals, go for it, go now. Because even though the deals have been extended, our inventory is still the same. Some of our top deals are starting to sell out. You're starting to see some of the hot products go back to regular price. But whatever we can keep on sale till Friday, we will. All right. CEG says, thanks for letting me know about Silky Socks. I've only found a couple of tees that are thicker. I'll give his tees a try. Yeah, for sure. Good pricing. And then they have, as the name implies, socks. I love messing with their socks. They're so much fun. Jennifer says, oh, that's great, until Friday. Yes, until Friday night is when we are scheduled to close out the Cyber Week sale. It's Friday or Saturday. I'm just going to say Friday so you guys don't shoot me if it is, if I'm wrong. I hope it's Saturday. But if you want to find out, you see the address on screen. Go to heat.press/cyberweek. That's going to get you to all of our Cyber Week deals. You see it on screen there. We still have a ton of stuff on sale. And honestly, I know some of the best deals have sold out. but some of the best deals are still going on. For example, the Empress 15 by 15 is only $320 right now. Geez Louise, that's a steal. You can get discounts on a lot of heat transfer paper. A lot of the supplies that I use today are on sale as well. So yeah. Alex, do you have a hashtag for the people? Cool. All right, everybody. So it's dealer's choice today. Right now, we're going to do hashtag. Oh, we have one? Okay. Alex is going to put a hashtag on screen right now. So if you guys have been waiting around, you want to win a $50 Heat Press Nation gift card, here's how you're going to do it. In just a few moments, you're going to see a hashtag come on screen. How do you enter? All you got to do is just comment that hashtag on whether you're watching on Facebook Live or YouTube. Oh, there it is. So all you have to do is comment supplies. Make sure you use the hashtag, no spaces, spell it right. Go ahead and comment that right now. If you want to be entered to win a $50 gift card, you can enter once on Facebook and once on YouTube. Before these all get spammed up, let's see here. D, you're very welcome. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Awesome, awesome. CEG learned their lesson last year. And okay, there we go. All your entries are coming in. Give me a second. All right. When we go live tomorrow, we're going to play, well, I don't drink, but if you want a good drinking game, just drink every time I cough. We're all fighting this weird little itchy throat cough over here at HPN. There's something in the air over here. Yeah, you guys have about another maybe 30 seconds to go ahead and enter. Comment hashtag supplies. We're going to give away a $50 Heat Press Nation gift card in just a moment. So go ahead. Oh, by the way, you could enter once on Facebook Live and once on YouTube Live. If you're fast enough, you have, 15 seconds left. Go for it, go for it. Question, Jennifer, thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate it. Carol says, what time tomorrow? We're doing our best to go live at 1 p.m. Pacific time every day this week. So same time as today. Tomorrow is Thursday. And then we're going live on Friday. On Friday, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Entries have been closed. Okay, so that's it. Sneaker Queen says, keep the cough over there. I'll do my best. Very glad it can't be transmitted through the internet. Jennifer says, oh, so you'll be going live the rest of this week for Cyber Week. Yes, indeed. We're gonna be going live tomorrow and Friday with more opportunities to give away, for me to give stuff away, for you to actually win. All right, so we're gonna have our winner coming up right now. Karen, it looks like Knighton. Sorry if I didn't say that right. Karen Knighton, you know who you are. You see your name on screen. You are our winner today of our $50 HPN gift card. Congratulations. Do me a favor, send an email to winner@heatpressnation.com. That's winner, WINNER, winner@heatpressnation.com. Send an email to our team. We're gonna go ahead and connect with you, verify, and get you that $50 Heat Press Nation gift card. All right, you guys, well, I have a lung to cough up in the next room. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I'm just messing around, I'm feeling fine. But I hope everybody has a great day. I hope you have a great week. And if I don't see you on the lives tomorrow and Friday, have an awesome weekend. I wish everybody a very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that other good jazz. Go save some money. HeatPressNation.com.